Happy New Year, everybody. This is Brett Darian wishing everyone a happy and safe 2026. And a new year means a new video game collection update video. Because believe it or not, this channel originally started as a video game channel, primarily. It has since migrated to some other things, but I also do have some movies and DVD collections to show as well. So there have been a lot of changes since last year. If you're interested, you can click on this playlist, which I should be linking here in the corner, and you click on that, and that will take you to all of the collection update videos I've done throughout the years, and then you can see my previous setups and how much my setup has changed over the years, and what video games I didn't used to have, and video games that I did used to have that maybe I don't have now, all that stuff. So without further ado, let's just get started. So one of the biggest updates from last year is that I have now moved all of my gaming stuff out here into the living room. So all video game consoles, as well as the video games themselves, all live out here in one room. So we will not be venturing into the office space this time because there are no more video games in there anymore. With the exception of the Switch OLED, I do still have that in there really just to use for my streaming setup. But other than that, there are no more video games in that room, so it really is just an office space now. But I really think this is how it should have been from the beginning because my original idea was to have my modern gaming stuff out here and then have all the retro gaming stuff in the other room. So I guess I just kind of wanted it separated. But I have now that I've invested in a RetroTink 4K, which is right here, and I now have everything hooked up to this big TV out here, I think this is a lot better. Now all my gaming stuff is all in one place, and it's all being played on the one TV, and it's out here in the living space as well, instead of being in a back room somewhere. So I think this is just a much better setup. I moved all my other hi-fi equipment into the other room. And that's what these little speakers here are for. That's so I can still listen to my tapes and CDs and stuff all out here using those speakers. So some other changes is that there's no more PlayStation 5, the PS5. I did sell the PS5 along with my PSVR that I had. I didn't want to do that, but I did it anyway for reasons that we'll get into later on. But one console that I did buy is the Switch 2. This is the newest edition, the newest console edition anyway to the collection. The Switch 2 was launched June 5th of 2025, and I did pre-order it through Walmart.com. And it did arrive to me on launch day, so I think this is the very first console that I've owned since launch day. And it also arrived to me with a can of Pringles and a bottle of Coke. So that was pretty cool. And this also is the Mario Kart World bundle, so I do have a digital copy of Mario Kart World on this Switch here. So the Switch 2 lives here underneath the TV, and this is the same TV that I've had for the past couple of years now. This is a 65-inch Sony OLED A95L. Still a great TV, still a great gaming TV. And it still is really modern. It's still one of the best TVs you can buy, really. Although there are some newer technologies that are trying to emerge, I still think OLED is one of the best choices you can make as far as color and just having deep blacks and stuff. I do think OLED is the way to go. So let's get to the hardware. This is all the hardware I had. Like I said, all my video game consoles are out here. So starting with the Dreamcast, this is a Sega Dreamcast, and I have this connected to the RetroTink using SCART. So I still get RGB 480p through the SCART connection, which is right here. And the consoles down here, this is the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo Wii and the original Xbox. These three consoles are connected via component cables, and they're connected to this component switcher box right here, which then goes into the back here of the RetroTink. And the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One X, which is also a newer edition. Those use HDMI, so they just connect directly up to the TV. And down here I have some video gear. This is a VCR, which is also connected to the RetroTink using S-Video. And this is my Laserdisc player that's connected via composite. And this is the Sony DVD changer that I did a video on last month, and that is connected to the RetroTink using component. And for those who do not know what a RetroTink is, it's really just a video scaler that allows you to connect your older video game consoles and your older video equipment up to a modern TV like this. And this right here, this little device, is the DreamPie that will allow you to still play Sega Dreamcast games online today. So if you're interested in that, you can refer back to my video that I made on that. It's actually pretty cool. And of course, this is the Xbox 360 Kinect and the Xbox One Kinect. And of course, they are connected to their appropriate consoles. And this here is my soundbar. This is a 5.1 surround soundbar. I do wish I could just hang it like on the wall back here, but because the TV is mounted on the stand with this mount that the TV includes, or that the TV stand includes, that means I cannot mount the soundbar to the wall. It has to sit here, which takes up space. I would like to use this space for putting this other equipment, but unfortunately it has to be pushed back here because the soundbar's there. But anyway, so that's all the hardware. So now let's get to the software. This is where all the games are. So I have 2 shelves of video games. This is all video games here. And this shelf has some video games down here, as well as Blu-rays and DVD movies and other TV shows here. So we'll get to those last. But first thing I want to show, though, is this little cool Mario figurine that I found at a local antique store. And this is pretty cool because it also makes sound. So if you press the Mario emblem here on his hat, it will, like Mario will say, "It's a me, Mario," and you'll hear the invincibility star jingle. And if you press his fist in here, I did it. He says a couple of other phrases and some sound effects. And if you press this one, the same thing happens. All right. There's a button up here too on his foot. And that's like him kicking a green shell or something. And this button here does nothing. I think this might be broken. So this may not be working properly, and he does have 2 modes here on the back. There's a switch that allows you to switch between try me and just on mode. It's me, Mario. When you have it in on mode, I did it. It's a go time. Okie dokie. Like you do not hear the invincibility jingle in on mode. Woo-hoo! All right. But he does say a couple other phrases. So, but overall, still a cool figurine to own, just a nice little collectible. It's a good time. But anyway, let's get to the video games. These are all my original Xbox games here. There's quite a bit of them. I also got Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 2, and GameCube, and Wii, and 360 Kinect. So we'll get to all these, starting with 4x4 Evo for the original Xbox, and Amped 2, and Apex, and Arctic Thunder, Black, Burnout 2 and 3. Burnout 3 is awesome. Carve, Circus Maximus. This is like a chariot racing game. And I think I have all the Crash games for the Xbox. Crash, The Wrath of Cortex, Crash Twinsanity, Crash Tag Team Racing, and Crash Nitro Kart. Also got Crazy Taxi 3, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, Dead Man's Hand, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure, Drive for Life, and Flat Out 2. And most of these games have their manual, by the way. Forza Motorsport, and Furious Karting, Galleon, and Greg Hastings Paintball, Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge, Loons, The Fight for Fame. This is like a Looney Tunes fighting game. Mad Dash Racing, Mech Assault 1 and 2. And got Midtown Madness 3 and Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2 and 3. And Monopoly Party and Namco Museum 50th Anniversary. Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, and Outrun 2, and Pac-Man World 2, and Panzer Dragoon Orta, and Pirates of the Caribbean, and Pirates Legend of the Black Cat, and Power Drone, Project Gotham Racing 2, and Pure Pinball, Quantum Redshift, Rayman Arena, and Raises Hell, Room Zoom, this does not have the manual, Sega GT Online, I can't get that out, that's Silent Scope Complete, Sims 2, Slot Car Thunder, Smashing Drive, Splashdown, Spy Hunter, and this is Strike Force Bowling, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, Taz Wanted, Thrillville, and this is Toka Race Driver 2, Torque, Prehistoric Punk, and Transworld Snowboarding, and this Unreal Championship 1 and 2, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Whiplash, 13, and Whacked. And these are 2 demo discs. Alright, and now down to the Xbox 360. These are all 360 titles. Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, complete. Blur, really cool racing game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Dead Rising, though this is on the Xbox One, so I probably should have got that version. Disney's Epic Mickey 2. And this is Forza Motorsport 3, and this is the Ultimate Collection, so it has a lot of DLC, which is on the disc, so that's really cool. And Hot Wheels Beat That, Naughty Bear, Gold Edition, Portal 2, and Pure, and Sega Superstar Tennis, and this is Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing with Banjo-Kazooie, which is awesome, but unfortunately this does not have the manual with it, so that's unfortunate. Sega Genesis, the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection, and this is Test Drive Unlimited 2, Toy Story 3, Need for Speed The Run, and this is Ratatouille, and Ridge Racer Unbounded. Alright, now moving on to Xbox One. This is a sealed copy of Life is Strange Before the Storm. And this is Forza Motorsport 5. I think this is the Game of the Year edition. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Recore. And this is Zoo Tycoon, the Ultimate Animal Collection. The games love to fall over. This is Crash Bandicoot 4. This is playable on Xbox One and the Series X. This is Wreckfest. Rare Replay. Awesome. Grand Theft Auto 5. And Kinect Sports Rivals, which, funny enough, is made by Rare. And finally, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I didn't actually want this game. It just came with the Xbox One that I bought. So I may try that in one day. Alright, now moving on, we got a whole lot of PS2 games. So, starting off with, let's see, we got AMF Extreme Bowling and ATV Off-Road Fury 1, 2, 3, and 4. And ATV Quad Power Racing 2. Burnout Dominator, Dog's Life, Dragon Quest 8. Drone Racers, Escape from Monkey Island. Family Feud, Frequency, Gadget Racers, Goosebumps, Horrorland, Gran Turismo 3 and 4, Haunted Mansion, Haven, Call of the Wild, Call of the King, rather, Hurdy-Gurdy, Hypersonic Extreme, Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier, and the precursor Legacy, Jak X Combat Racing, Jet X2O, Metropolis Mania, Micro Machines V4, and MotorStorm, Arctic Edge, My Street, Ratchet Deadlocked, Road Trip, RC Revenge Pro, Rumble Racing, Scooby-Doo First Frights, Sky Odyssey, Snoopy vs. the Red Baron, Space Channel 5, the Special Edition, and Space Race, which is Looney Tunes Space Race. And we got Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild, the original Stuntman, and Tom and Jerry, War of the Whiskers, but unfortunately, this also has no manual. And Tourist Trophy, the ultimate board game collection, WALL-E, and Wave Rally. So those are all my PS2 titles. And moving on to GameCube, got 1080 Avalanche, got the original Animal Crossing, and Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart Double Dash, one of the best Mario Karts in my opinion, and Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door. Haven't tried the Switch remaster yet. Pikmin and Pikmin 2 for the GameCube, and the GameCube versions I think are best because, well, Pikmin 2 anyway, because the GameCube version of Pikmin 2 still has the official brands, for the treasures you find, so it's good to have this version here. And Wave Race, Blue Storm, and these are the 3 games that are compatible with the DK Bongo set. So that's Donkey Konga 1, Donkey Konga 2, and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Alright, moving on to Wii games. So first we got Hollywood Squares for the Wii. I'll probably trade this in though. I do like Hollywood Squares, but the game isn't the best. And here's the disc-only copy of Wii Sports. I also got Wii Sports Resort here, but let's go in order here. We got Boom Blocks and Carnival games, and got Do or No Deal Special Edition, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, Guinness World Records, the video game, Haunted House, The House of the Dead 2 and 3 Returns, and I do have a gun attachment, so you can use your Wiimote like a gun. And Mario Kart Wii, Mercury, Meltdown Revolution. And again, like I said, the games love to fall. And Mini Desktop Racing, NASCAR Kart Racing, Samedi Amigo, Six Flags Fun Park, Titanic Hidden Mysteries, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Super Paper Mario, Wonder World Amusement Park, Wii Play and Wii Sports Resort, and Wii Music. Alright, and finally, for this shelf anyway, we got a few Kinect games, which some I've actually donated, but these are the ones I still have. Kinect Joyride, Adrenaline Misfits, the Gun Stringer, Kinect Adventures, and Kinect Sports Ultimate Collection, which is again made by Rareware. Alright, so moving on now to this other shelf here. We got Blu-ray movies on top, and we got DVDs in the middle, and physical Switch games, and Dreamcast games, and PSOne games. So starting with Dreamcast down here, we got 4x4 Evo, and Choo Choo Rocket, sealed copy of Floygan Brothers, The Grinch, Hydro Thunder, awesome arcade racing game, Looney Tunes Space Race, and Ooga Booga, Out Trigger, Walt Disney World Magical Racing Tour, Revolt, Seaman, Shenmue, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Shuffle, one of my favorite racing games, Speed Devils, and Speed Devils Online Racing, which thanks to the Dream Pie, you can play this online now again. Sturmwind, Wacky Races, and Pen Triathlon. And got a couple of Dreamcast demo discs. This is an official demo disc. And there's a couple debug indie samplers, 1 and 2. I don't know if they did a third one, but if they did, I missed out on that one. And a few PS1 titles. We got Family Feud, the Louis Anderson version, and Micro Machines V3, Nitrous Oxide, Woody Woodpecker Racing, and Tigger's Honey Hunt. This is my only physical Switch 2 game. This is Donkey Kong Bonanza. And for Switch 1 titles, I still got Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Animal Crossing New Horizons. And this is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Party Superstars, Super Mario RPG, and Cruisin' Blast. So really cool. And I got the this is the two grip controllers for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 grip controller as well. And that's a carrying case for the Switch 1 at least. It might carry the Switch 2 as well. I'm not sure. Probably not. And now up here, like I said, these are DVDs and these are all Blu-rays. And up here, this is pretty cool. I got this Garden Warfare 2 little lunchbox collectible. And this is also a big collection of some Three Stooges shorts on VHS. I think there's 5 VHSs here. So yeah, it's all sealed, brand new, never opened. And I also ordered this nice KK Slider little plush, I guess you can call it. And I got this. I actually ordered this from Pink Gorilla. I got a few 4K Blu-rays here, and the rest of them are all just standard Blu-rays. So for the 4K Blu-rays, I got Jumanji and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, starring Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers, Super Mario Brothers movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, E.T., Saving Private Ryan, and the 4K re-release of Titanic, and Forrest Gump, and Jurassic World Dominion. Alright, so the rest of these are all just standard Blu-rays. This is Back to the Future, the 35th anniversary edition. And Up, and Lightyear, and Inside Out, and Babe, and Despicable Me, and Casper, and Castaway. And this is both Fox and the Hound movies, the first one and the second one. And AI, and Paper Towns, A Perfect World, Gran Torino, A Dog's Purpose, Secondhand Lions, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, Ladder 49, John Q, The Straight Story on Blu-ray, Jennifer's Body, Ted Unrated, Hotel Transylvania, Mr. Church, Gravity in 3D, Lucy, that's a pretty cool movie, and Fault in Our Stars. And also got The Mask of Zorro and The Legend of Zorro, and In the Heart of the Sea, The Dances with Wolves, Up in the Air, the Mario Brothers movie. And this is the Tom and Jerry Cinescope collection on Blu-ray. Looks really, really good. Tomorrowland and Mars Needs Moms. And this is just the classic Game Room Blu-ray as well as a Dolby Atmos little demo disc. All right, and finally, I got some DVDs. So all the DVDs that are here are actually in the DVD changers. So these are just empty cases. But I got the entire complete series of Animaniacs, as well as the Disney Dinosaurs TV series, and Goof Troop, Schoolhouse Rock, the complete original series of Red Dwarf, and season 1 of The Cosby Show, and also all 8 movies of Beethoven, the dog. And these cases do have their discs. I did find this Ratatouille cooking DVD, and apparently it was a Walmart exclusive, so that was cool to find. This is the Best of Cosby Show, and this is the Classic Game Room DVD, and the movie Polly, and Intensity, 11-14, really cool movie. This is all 3 Shiloh movies, and The Mask, starring Cher, and a pretty cool DVD collection of Roger Rabbit, and the California Raisins collection, and this. I just found this and thought it was funny, so I picked it up. Alright, so those are all of my physical video games and movies and other TV series on DVD. The final thing that I have to show is here on the coffee table. I've got a few controllers. These are a couple of Xbox One controllers here for any local multiplayer, as well as 360 controller, and this is an original Xbox controller here. And also got a spare Dreamcast controller. And I got some VHS movies in here from Shrek 2, Hook, and this copy of Home Alone is still sealed with its original Kmart sticker. And also got the original Home Alone, as well as Speed, Apollo 13, Executive Decision, and Josh and Sam. And this here has just a couple of like home video movies on it. Hiding under here, I've got the Dreamcast keyboard, and under here I've got another keyboard with a PS2 connector on it, and with this I can connect this up to the DVD changer and custom name all the DVDs in the menu system. So I just hide those under there. But anyhow, guys, I think that's all for now. That is all the video game stuff I have, all the movies I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope everyone has a happy 2026. Look forward to hopefully do some more gaming this year and see what we got about the Steam Machine, because the Steam Machine will be coming out this year, and I do plan to get that, and hopefully I'll put that right here in this space. Hopefully it'll fit. And with that, the Steam Machine can potentially replace even the Xbox One and everything, because I have a lot of games on Steam, and if I can play those out here too, well then I really won't need anything else. But I won't get rid of all this, but we'll see what happens in the future. So yeah, let's look forward to 2026, and I hope you all have a good year. And again, thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting my channel, and I will see you guys next time. And Happy New Year.